Hey everybody, what is up? Fourth Seraph here, and today we're going to talk a little bit about one of the potential new characters coming to Overwatch called DoomFist, and kind of my opinions on what the character should be, how it would fit in with the rest of the characters, and how we could fit into a team. Now, since the buff of D.Va recently, it's pretty common for teams to run 2 or even 3 tanks sometimes. 2 is pretty standard now because D.Va is extremely strong, especially on console. She can pretty much take on anyone and be pretty likely to come out on top. She's amazing against any type of sniper or Torbjorn with her ability to fly and have her barrier out at the same time. And so teams usually want to run her, especially on attack. And she's attractive to lower skill players because you don't have the respawn time. If your mech blows up, you can just kind of run away, which is more exciting than just watching other people play. And so she was a popular character beforehand and has become an extremely popular character now. Plus, I feel like most teams, when they are losing, a lot of times they will try and switch to just 3 or even 4 tanks to come out to either stall a payload or just sit on a point and send it into overtime for as long as possible, just by taking massive amounts of damage, making it very difficult for the enemy team to kill off their entire team long enough to capture a point, to win, for overtime to end, or anything like that. So, what do we need? We don't have, unfortunately, with the new additions in the buffs, enough damage a lot of times within the assault characters to really be able to take out multiple tanks. We have a couple high damage characters that are very, very effective against tanks, namely Reaper and Bastion, and I think that DoomFist would need to become a mixture of those two. Whether that's kind of an anti-tank tank or an assault character that just has a little bit more ability to get up close and personal. Now, if you've seen any of the Overwatch shorts, you know that, you hit someone with the DoomFist like gauntlet and it does a significant amount of damage. That's why I think that he would be a good next character, and there's all these Easter eggs and different stuff about that, but it seems to make sense, like he would be able to be kind of an anti-tank character because of the massive amounts of damage he would be able to deal. Now, he would, I think, work best as like a 300 health attack character. I believe Bastion is at 300 health right now. I'm not sure if they'll buff or nerf him or just leave him alone. You never know. They seem to be rolling out a lot of updates now. But it would be good to have like a 300 health attack character. He would almost fit well as a closer range Reaper, where Reaper has to get pretty close, but where you actually have to kind of get right up on them to hit them with the gauntlet, whereas almost like a Reinhardt with a little bit more mobility. He would also need some type of shielding mechanic or something like Reaper's Wraith form, where it makes him able to actually get up close and personal with people. But I think that having some more attack characters that work well against tanks. Genji is usually pretty weak against especially D.Va because his deflect does very little damage, and against Roadhog because he can either reflect the hook or he can reflect the shot, but he doesn't really have time to reflect. If he blocks the hook, he doesn't really have time to block the shot as well, and any competent Roadhog player won't shoot him after that. Pharah is very good against a lot of tanks because of her mobility. She's far away, and most of the tanks need you to be up close. However, she is still pretty difficult to play with the new McCree. It'll be interesting to see as they continue to change that character. Pharah may become more popular, but right now she's kind of out of the game a little bit. McCree still doesn't quite know what he is. The recent buff nerf has changed him a little bit. He's still fairly effective at long range, but not really quite as much. Not enough to consistently do damage to a tank and take one on single-handedly. Soldier is pretty effective, and Reaper is as well. Tracer can be effective if you're good and you have plenty of blinks, but her pulse bomb even still doesn't take them out in one hit, so it can be hard to take on a tank by yourself, especially a Roadhog or a D.Va, because D.Va's armor is very effective against Tracer's pulse pistols. And so we really need something that can take out tanks even more. Snipers have become less popular, especially after the D.Va buff, and so before it was easy to pair a sniper with an attack character and take out tanks very easily, but it's harder to do that now that a character like D.Va and Zarya are more popular. So I think having a character that can deal high amount of damage up close, really get in the tanks' faces and kind of just maul them down, having either some type of quick mobility feature, a invulnerability feature like Reaper's Wraith form, or even some type of smaller shielding feature that allows him to get up close to a lot of characters. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I have for the video today. Let me know what you think of DoomFist, what you would like to see, what you wouldn't like to see, or do you even want this character at all? Are you happy with the characters they have now? And do you think that people play tanks too much and we need some more anti-tank characters or not? Would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, make sure to check out my Twitch if you haven't already. I stream a lot of Overwatch over there. So make sure to come and check out the streams. And until next time, guys, I will see you online.